Hi, HonestDiscussioner here. For those of you who are coming over from Smart Mouth Pundit's channel, I just want to say welcome. And for my old subscribers, you may have noticed that I'm now a little bit wider, or at least the image is. I just got a new HD camera, so you are now watching HD in HD. The irony is not lost on me, I can assure you. But yes, thank you to Smart Mouth Pundit. I just got a ton of subscriptions, and they're still coming in because the video that he posted with recommending me and a couple other YouTubers, you can watch the video here, brought me in on a lot of subs. So thank you very much, Smart Mouth. You're my boy, man. You've been to every single stickam discussion that I've had so far. I'm pretty sure. You constantly see me on my. I constantly see you on my channel. I'm always on yours because I respect the videos you make. I think you make great arguments. If you haven't checked out Smart Mouth Pundit, well, how about this? Here's a little preview.
It's very, very difficult to absolve an omnipotent, omniscient being of all responsibility regarding what goes on within his sphere of influence. And that's basically what you're doing. You're saying that God created everything, including man, with the knowledge that things would turn out a particular way, and yet somehow he's still not responsible for it. I just don't see how that's possible. Another issue is that this assumption that God would necessarily prioritize the free will of man over his own will being done. I think that these matters of free will, omnipotence, and omniscience were not as well defined back during biblical times, at least by the people who wrote the Bible, as they are today. And that's why you see these contradictions as to whether or not God is really omnipotent or omniscient, or whether or not we really have free will. There are several cases. The Bible does read as if we do have free will, but it doesn't necessarily say that this is something that God has specifically given priority to us having.
If you talk to another atheist, or look on the web and ask, why do we believe life comes from non-living matter when non-living matter has never produced life?
Obviously, it's because it's the most commonly accepted theory in the scientific community regarding how life started on this planet. By the way, we may have never seen abiogenesis occur before, but we haven't exactly seen some supernatural metaphysical entity create matter or living organisms out of thin air either, now have we? It is implicit in your clumsy argument that you believe that the fact that we've seen organisms give birth to members of their species with slight genetic variations that have ultimately resulted in speciation, and by the way, we have seen speciation occur, that somehow this is proof that there is some sort of metaphysical supernatural intelligence out there who created the entire physical universe, the laws of nature, and every single living organism on the planet. These are two completely different scenarios. You cannot say, oh, because one is happening, that this means that the other one must be true as well.
And that's how his videos usually are. They're pretty good, very concise, and more than mine are, I can say that for sure. But here's his channel. Subscribe if you like him. I'm pretty sure most of you will. And yeah, I also want to thank him for featuring my video on his channel announcing my debate with Midkiller 2. It was a great turnout, my Midkiller debate, and I think it went very well. Thank you to Wildcard for UNFF Wildcard for moderating, as well as these people for also featuring the video. I also want to thank Rabbit Ape for posting a video about that. Right before the debate started. The turnout was great, and I attribute it to these people. And the winner of my mirroring video with a total views of, I actually have no idea, but he's the only one that mirrored the video. And as I said, whoever's mirror gets the most views wins. So he was the only one. Deist. He is a deist on YouTube. Likes God, hates religion, or dislikes religion. So we're fine with him. Or at least I can say for myself that I am. Now I also want to quickly respond to Veritas48. My last video before the Midkiller thing was to him, and he put out another video saying how we all misunderstood his arguments. But I gotta say, Veritas, your latest video, and this might be a little bit late, but it just seemed like a rehashing of what you previously had said. It didn't clarify anything. It was just the same thing, just explained multiple times. What I would like you to do is if you could just please respond to what I said, and that evolution shows that there can be a naturalistic methodology and explanation for morality. That we can in fact understand what is moral and what we ought to do. This whole video was is versus ought. There doesn't have to be someone above us to give us an ought. We want something to be a certain way, and we have reasons for them to be a certain way because they're better for us as a species. We evolved a very profound ability to recognize patterns. I think Tooltime said it best, that when you hear leaves rustling behind you, you don't think it's the wind, you think it's some sort of agency. We see agency in everything. We're basically programmed to, which is why I think we see God in so many things when he's really not there. So explain to me, Veritas, why my proposition of why there is an ought isn't true. You can't just say there's no one above us giving us this ought. It's not an ought that the universe should be a certain way. It's that people should behave a certain way because we realize that that's the best pattern for our behavior, the one that is most beneficial to the society and to the individual. So respond to that if you can, please, because you responded to what a couple of people said, I think, but you didn't really respond to anything I had to say. I have to say, I didn't see anything in there that even mentioned anything I said. So that's about it. I'm going to be hosting another stickam discussion tomorrow night, 10 p.m., 10 to 10:30ish, around then, Eastern Standard Time. There'll be a video up with the stickam room link, and I hope you all come. It's open forum, say whatever you'd like. Just make sure you take turns. These have been going better and better every time as I'm getting more and more subscribers. So hopefully you'll be able to make it. Have a nice day. Honest Discussioner in high definition. Out.